Hi, welcome back to my channel, God's Anointed Child. My name is Latoya, and as usual, big up to my new subscribers and followers. You're welcome. So today's topic is to target the younger generation, and the ones that are born again, and that you have to comply with the word of God, where you don't consummate your wedding until you are officially married. So you see what I mean? But it still goes out to people that will shocked up as well. So things that you look out for. So don't make the same mistake like I did. Back in the days in 2002, I literally, always wait before I, consummate. But what happened is, there was just horrible things that I experienced because I didn't do a deep search, deep dive. Like the guy that brought me here as well, I realized that certain things he didn't like to do when it comes to oral hygiene and his personal hygiene. So there was big neglection there. So I'm telling you, all right, so for born again Christian women and men, so at the end of the day, so you avoid these things. So do your search, do your check. So you're going to have this woman that you see and you want to marry, and when we come to church, it's always we put on our best, whether we have a shower or not. You as the guy won't know, because you're not intimate with us for us to tell you, and we're not gonna tell you these things, that we have a shower this morning, whether it's male or female, but you can smell odor. So you understand, even when a person spray perfume, you can tell the difference that they didn't have a shower and they spray on themselves, on their armpit, than when they have a shower and they do. There's a way you can tell when they're talking to you, and oral hygiene. So it's like you can smell the breath, the odor coming from the mouth. You can explain to them that you can smell an odor coming from the mouth. Sometimes people will say, oh, it's what I ate for breakfast. Then you will realize and see if it's a pattern that they're always eating that, and then you can tell them to stop eat that and watch if they always grumpy when you try to give them certain kind of criticism, and for your own good as well, because remember, you want to come together with this person. So you don't want to, when you're married, you realize that this person don't take showers. Trust me, I've been there. And that their private part, they don't like to wash it, or they just wash it over the sink. I'm telling you. So so you understand. So there's some people that they are fire carriers, and they will pray they bash bush, and they're calling down the host of heaven, and they're sweating. And you understand, you have to watch how that person, after sweating, if they carry clothes to change, or they keep that same odor going around, or if when they get home after sweating like that, if they just want to jump in the bed, or they want to have a shower. So you might say, oh, I won't know this because we're not gonna stay over. It's best if you bring a friend or a family member, so you can stay over, so you can tell. You understand? I know people can pretend, and you understand, but they only can pretend so far. So there's people that they wet the bed, male and female, and these things you can find out. You understand? So you have to watch their action when you're telling them that they have an odor and stuff like that. So like, no, before you get married, find out as well, like intimacy, like if they can take criticism. So like, for example, if the person don't perform well, you can say, baby, you didn't perform well, I didn't like the way you touch me or the way you do this, I would want you to do this. If you see they give you the hump, then you know what time is it. So you have to find out this before you get married. Are you okay with taking criticism? Like if you're doing it some way I don't want it, or if you're doing it a style that I don't think is appropriate, would you understand, see if they would work and meet you halfway as well. You get what I mean? Because some people, they want to say the marriage bed is undignified, so it's like you can do whatever, but there's certain things like oral or stuff, if you don't want to bring in, then you have to find and discuss this with your partner, so you don't wait till marriage then whatever. You get what I mean? I think I see allegedly a girl that she got married and the man said, oh, I never tried 3 people, so I want to try that. So you understand, they have those kind of demonic wedding after you're married, then that's when they put things down on the plate. So back to the hygiene, because you have to big on that. So that come first. Don't worry about somebody with a big bowler, because at the end of the day, whether they have a big bowler or not, if they're smelly and they have skid marks in the backside, you're not going to enjoy that. You understand? If they don't have a shower regular and the bed sheet don't change regular, then you know that that's accident waiting to happen. And you have to understand, even if you want to cover your shame, and then other people is going to go around and then they're going to see that kind of pattern. So, you know, especially ladies, you know, you don't like a guy that don't flush the toilet. Find out if he will do it for you, or, you know, if he spray the toilet after passing bowl and stuff like that, you know, just to keep the place clean. If he keeps the place clean, because like I said, you don't want a man that looks good, wear good suit, speak the word of God so nicely, and then when he come to intimacy, his whole body is like a bin. You understand? Like a rubbish bin, and the house and everything is like that. They, you know, get what I mean? Cleanliness is next to godliness, and it's not about your house only. It's about your car. It's about your body. And yeah, so those things, I'm telling you, there's people that I watch them eat and they will just throwing the rubbish down, eat, throwing the rubbish down, eat and throwing the rubbish down, and then they will go to sleep in the same environment, and it will take them weeks and days before they clean it up. So like I said, find out all these things before you jump into bed, and don't just say, oh, God know the kind of husband he's giving me. No. You have to do your research. Remember, you're not a robot. You need to inquire whether this man is from God or not. You don't have to say, yes, Lord, I want this one. At the end of the day, even if he's speaking tongues of fire and tongues of flame, if his hygiene is not right, you can say no. God, I want to decline this one and see if I can deal with someone that has good hygiene, whether male or female. So you have some lady that they have the menstrual, they don't want to change their sanitary towel, or if they have tampon, they keep it until the odor is coming out. Be careful. Once you smell it, talk to them and, you know, let them know what's going on. Remember, during dating, don't do no quick dating. At least date till 6 good months so you can see patterns and patterns changing. Trust me, I'm telling you, I remember somebody pay heavily to bring me to the UK and to other country, and this person do not like shower, and he would stand in the bath and pretend like he shower, and because of that I deny him intimacy, and he hated me for it. And I think I was in my right, because this person, I cannot, and I got married to someone that did not like to shower as well. He didn't tell me this, and he always spray perfume, but it was just only perfume. And like I said, I was much young and naive, but now that I have this experience, I'm letting you know, guys, the hygiene is important. Do not worry about, oh, she's a virgin or he has a big thing. Do not worry about that, because your nose will let you know the stench and you will be irritated. Always look for somebody that is very clean, that, you know, they take 100% in hygiene. They're always checking their breath or eating mints, checking their armpit or asking somebody, do you smell me? You know those kind of guy. You will see them washing, you'll be like, they're too much. But it's better like that than you bring home rubbish and put rubbish on your bed and trying to sleep in with rubbish, and then you have children in that rubbish and it's just one bag of rubbish. So that's some good advice I think I'm giving to you little juniors, that you want to get married at 18 and 20, and then in no time you're divorcing left, right and center. So you understand. So, and like I said, people are erectile, they have erectile dysfunctional, so those things you can get medical assistant. Bedwetting is the same thing, prayer and fasting, but it's just that you need to find out these things. Don't just keep quiet, ask question, find out these things before you jump into. So even myself, this is for me, but because for me it's not on the list. Like I said, I am 45 soon and it's not on my list. If it happen, it happen. Like I said, I am enjoying life and I'm enjoying my freedom and I'm loving the Lord. So whatever His will, it will be done. But those are the things I will be looking out for. So ladies, gents, look out for these things too. Anyway, if you like my content, click like, click share and let me know. Thank you.